The first up, viewers, was she or wasn't she? Jayalalitha's Hindutva label is now the hot debate in Tamil Nadu and various other parts of the country. Tamil Nadu BJP Chief Annamalai has yet again done what he does best. Stirred up the pot in Tamil Nadu politics, and this time it's his former ally, the AIADMK, that seems to be quite rattled. Now, Annamalai's statement that Jayalalitha was a far superior Hindutva leader and backed the Ram Mandir movement has invited quite a bit of criticism from the AIADMK. And also, Jayalalitha's former aide, Sasikala. Now, both of whom are in a heated tussle now to inherit Amma's legacy. But looks like the entrance of a third competitor in the form of Annamalai has really set the cat among the pigeons. Annamalai has been galvanizing the BJP's core voter base really in Tamil Nadu, and he knows he will have to eat into the Dravidian vote share to really expand further in Tamil Nadu. And this is the AIADMK's fear primarily, it looks like, and an attempt by the state BJP chief to lure Jaya loyalists. Now, Jayalalitha wasn't vocal about her religious beliefs. Understandably so, given that she was leading a Dravidian outfit in Tamil Nadu. However, her frequent visits to temples in Sri Kalahasti, Sri Rangam, even Tirupati during testing times are well documented and contradict Sasikala's claims that the former Tamil Nadu Chief Minister didn't believe in a particular religion. Now, not many, of course, know that she was also the one who enacted the Tamil Nadu Prohibition of Forcible Conversion of Religion Act to counter mass conversions of minorities. Sure, now Jayalalitha didn't really indulge in public displays of her faith, but of course, she did incorporate her beliefs in her life and even administration. Now, using this, Annamalai has doubled down that those attacking him don't know that Hinduism isn't a religion but a way of life. And if Jayalalitha supporting Article 370, Uniform Civil Code, Kar Sevaks and even Ram Mandir isn't Hindutva, then what is the question he's asking. Let's listen.
Your remark about Jayalalitha being a Hindutva leader has gone really become a big controversy, and the ADMK is saying that she was a leader for all religions, not just Hindu, and it's now become a very big controversy. And they left your alliance base basically because they allege that you are disrespecting their leaders. Now this is happening once again. Why do you think?
Madam, if they don't have an understanding of Hindutva, what is my problem? What is the Supreme Court judgment on Hindutva when people like you, people like me, Election Commission themselves had a doubt what is Hindutva? The classic Supreme Court judgment in 1995 which says Hindutva way of life, which is unchallenged in Supreme Court till now, 29 years the judgment is standing. They are not reviewing the judgment also, Supreme Court themselves they are not reviewing. Which means why the political parties of Tamil Nadu, they want to set a wrong narrative. Hindutva means exclusion. Hindutva means pushing people away. Hindutva means inclusion. That is what BJP is all about. That is what Modi ji is all about. 1984 Rajya Sabha MP Madam Jayalalitha wanted Article 370. National Integration Council, she supported Karsevak. She said the dismissal of BJP government is illegal. 3 governments which got dismissed post the Babri Masjid. Not only that, she wanted a Ram temple to be built. Not only that, she wanted a uniform civil code. Not only that, she wanted Rama Setu to be declared a national monument. If these are not Hindutva, what is Hindutva to them?
All are one, God is one is one of the ideologies of AIADMK. Our leader Purushi Talavi Amma has lived her life based on that ideology. If according to Annamalai, if our Amma were to be a great leader of Hindutva ideology, but not Modi, I welcome Annamalai to come and join AIADMK after June 4, after the result, because his political identity and his political relevance will be not there after the results are out. So I welcome him to join AIADMK and start working as a cadre of the party.
Because we have evidence saying that Madam Jayalalitha supported the Kara Sevaks. Madam Jayalalitha supported when the then government, Congress government took action on the Kara Sevaks, and she supported that. And Rama Setu, on the name of Hindutva, when they denied it, Madam Jayalalitha supported it. Madam Jayalalitha celebrated the all Kudamulukus in all the festivals, and Annadanams were given provided during her period only. And truly she followed all the Hindu festivals. She wished the people on the Hindu festivals and she followed rituals. And she was a strong Hindu leader. They are telling that we are confining her to a religion. So her way of life is following Hindutva. Nobody can deny it.
I don't think she had ever promoted Hinduism and she supported Hinduism. I have not seen any of her speech. She may be a Hindu, she may follow any Hindu gods, that apart. She might have supported BJP by helping them by car seva and other things. But that doesn't mean that she was leading a party which was founded by Anna and is running in the name of Anna. Annamalai had attacked Anna. That is why that party there is a break in the BJP AIADMK alliance. She did not promote Hinduism like what these people are doing. Hindutva like what these people are doing against the constitution.
Well, I'm not going to waste any time now. Let's straight across go to our panelists joining us today. Narayan Tirupati of the BJP is with us. We also have Mr. Kovai Sathyan of the AIADMK joining us today. Dr. Narayan Lakshman, Associate Editor, The Hindu, is also joining us today. I'll go across to Mr. Sathyan firstly. Mr. Sathyan, firstly, what's the objection here? Is it to the fact that Mr. Annamalai says that she believed in Hindutva or practiced Hinduism? Because as far as Mr. Annamalai, he's not drawing a fine line here. He's almost saying that both are the same. He's not saying, Hinduism is a way of life. He's saying Hindutva is a way of life. And more importantly, sometimes we've had some political parties and some representatives who've said Hindutva is different from Hinduism. So what's the real objection here, if you could clarify to our viewers?
My opening remark is, Annamalai is a political novice. And all his statements are his half-baked understanding about ideologies, philosophies, and way of life. What Annamalai stated about Hindutva by the court is not about Hindutva. It's about Sanatan Dharma. The eternal natural way of life is what they observed about. To suit his narrative, just trying to stay relevant and occupy the media spaces, he has become a rabble-rouser in the Tamil Nadu political circle. Our party, one of the strongest ideology of AIADMK is all are one, God is one. We are in the 52nd year of our party, and nowhere we have taken any stand based on caste, creed, and religion. Yes, our Amma is a strong follower and believer of God Almighty. When people used to criticize her as a Brahmin lady, she outrightly said, yes, I am a Brahmin lady, so what? But she doesn't take sides based on caste, creed, and religion. Amma is the one who gave free rice to the Islamic Brotherhood to celebrate Ramzan Iftar party during the Ramadan period. She is the one who instituted going to Jerusalem by our Christian Brotherhood. When did our party deviated itself, or our leader deviated themselves from the ideology of all our one, God is one? What is Hindutva according to BJP? If Annamalai is all praise about Amma as the true leader of Hindutva, the champion of Hindutva ideologies is Mr. Modi. So does Mr. Annamalai is going to say, does he mean that our leader Amma is a greater leader than Modi by following Hindutva principles? Knowing that he is not going to have any political relevance after 4th, once the elections are out in Tamil Nadu political circle, probably he is eyeing for his survival. If he thinks that AIADMK is where he can survive next, we wholeheartedly welcome.
How is this survival, Mr. Kovai Sathyan? Explain it to us. How are you saying this is survival for Mr. Annamalai?
Then what is the need to make such a remark by now, at this juncture? During the last day of election, when the campaign is going to end, one of their candidate is going and visiting Amma's memorial. What is, if you want to sticker your achievements from AIADMK, have some shame. Go by your ideology, promote your ideology, talk to people, then promote yourself and your party. Why do you want to be a parasite? Why do you want to paint a picture of a parasite?
Okay.
Do you want to suck the blood of AIADMK and achievements of AIADMK?
This aspect of him leaning towards Jayalalitha, going to the memorial, this aspect will come to it. We'll come to it. We'll stick point to point. First, we're talking about the statement that he made. I'll go across to Mr. Narayan Tirupati. Let's see what he has to say in defense.
No, I'll finish, Deepak.
Okay, let me get a response from Mr. Narayan Tirupati and I'll come back to you, Mr. Sathyan. So, Mr. Tirupati, Mr. Sathyan believes that Jayalalitha, though claimed she was a Brahmin, she always, promoted all religions. She never stuck to one and, didn't promote that as well. So why is he bringing it up right now? What is he going to gain from this is the question that's being asked.
No, Jayalalitha.
Mr. Tirupati, we seem to have lost you there due to a technical issue. We'll try and connect you back. Meanwhile, I'll take that across to Dr. Narayan Lakshman. Narayan Lakshman, how do you really view the statement coming at this juncture from Mr. Annamalai?
Look, Deepak, it's been known that Annamalai has put his foot in his mouth before, and as his panelist said earlier, it led to the dissolution of the AIADMK BJP pre-poll alliance plan as it stood at that time. You have to situate it in the broader context of where is the BJP in the pantheon of political parties in Tamil Nadu, most of which, especially the two major, the DMK and the AIADMK, draw their inspiration from the Dravidian movement. They are steeped in the Dravidian movement. Every one of their leaders was mobilized the masses over the last half century has done so based on the Dravidian movement values. This is well established. If you want to rewrite history, good luck to you. There are many scholars who've written many PhDs and books on the subject. Okay, that's the first fact. Let's call a fact a fact. Secondly, as the Dravidian movement proceeded since 1967 to the modern day, it has always been an adaptable, changeable phenomenon. It has always accommodated new caste groups. It has always changed its language in terms of original call for secession and autonomy and independence. It has become much more understanding of how it fits within the framework of the Indian Union, yet has to fight for state autonomy, yet has to fight for share of resources from the center and so forth. So it has always evolved. And part of that evolution has been to say whether even, Chief Minister M.K. Stalin and his family, personal beliefs, being under the rubric of Hinduism, to whether Jayalalitha had Hindu beliefs, that has never stood in the way of them as a public persona and in the context of policy making, espousing the values of Dravidian politics. So that included expenditure on social sectors. Tamil Nadu was the pioneer of the noon meal scheme under that umbrella. That included fighting against centralist tendencies from Delhi, whether BJP these days or even Congress in the heyday. It was about fighting for the rights of the Tamil people as they were defined by these parties. So to try and rewrite history and to recast leaders, especially those who are no more and who cannot speak for themselves today, as being part of the Hindutva brigade, is quite nonsensical, and frankly, it's an insult to the scholars of the Dravidian movement and Dravidian politics. So,
but Dr. Lakshman, correct me if I'm wrong here. Do you see it as an outside attempt to probably woo some of the AIADMK supporters, considering or probably having known that, without having the Dravidian voter base, probably the BJP isn't going to get too far? Is this a backdoor entry that Mr. Annamalai is trying to woo the voters of the AIADMK, considering, they've had depleting popularity after the demise of J Jayalalitha, not having a tall leader there?
No, Deepak, I must slightly disagree with some of the things you said. They don't have a tall leader of the stature of J Jayalalitha and MGR before her. But Palanisamy, as Chief Minister, proved his credentials to a certain extent as an able governor of the state, governing the state. Not governor, he was Chief Minister. He governed the state well. He brought policies that benefited the common man and woman. His challenge was, how could he keep the party together in the face of terrible factional infighting that happened since the time of Jayalalitha? Because Jayalalitha herself, unlike the DMK side, never had an orderly succession planning and anointed a single leader. And therein you ask questions about the role of the Sasikala family, the conflict with OPS versus EPS. All of those things played out. But we know that today, Palanisamy, the former Chief Minister, won a judicial victory that consolidated power within the party in his hands. He won the election symbol. He still has his record as governing the state during his time as Chief Minister to lean upon. Question is, can he still pull off?
EPS is a good enough leader to carry forward Jayalalitha's legacy, but do you feel Annamalai sees an opening, or probably sees that this is the only way to probably tap into some of the Jayalalitha supporters and eventually bring in the AIADMK voter base towards the BJP?
Is that for me?
Yes.
Are you asking me, Deepak?
Yes, Dr.
I'm not sure. Yeah. So, no, I don't think you can just win over voters just by making some utterances about what you think of what their former leader was. That's quite ridiculous. If that were the case, then anybody could win over voters at any time. The fact is, you also have to ask, where does the BJP stand in the current scheme of things? They are not anticipated to win more than a few seats. They are anticipated to increase their vote share. But at the same time, you obviously cannot discount the DMK. They are the heavyweight in this election. You certainly can't discount the AIADMK. And that was the point I was trying to make. They are going to be a performer of some sort in this election too. I think it would be too early to discount them and just say that the BJP is the second player in this election. However much they've been trying to scream that on social media. And that indeed is Annamalai's main plan. Like you yourself said, or somebody said earlier in this program, his plan is all been about staying relevant. I think my panelist here said it. He has to fight daily to be afloat on the news cycle. Therefore, he goes about making these utterances, which frankly sound ridiculous given the extensive scholarship on the Dravidian movement and extensive scholarship and biographical information on each of these leaders. Nobody is denying that they may have had Hindu beliefs at a personal level. They may have even gone to temples. That's fine. They may have believed in Ram Janmabhoomi and helped the Kashmiras. That's fine. There is no contradiction. As I said to you earlier, the Dravidian movement has always been about increasingly accommodating people from across the spectrum, so long as its core values can be defended. That stands for Tamil exceptionalism. That stands for state autonomy. That stands for standing against Hindi imposition.
Okay.
And it stands for, it is generally stood away from inter-religious conflict. Yes, there has been caste issues over time, but they have found resolution in the different manners across different parties. So this is an attempted whitewash or rewrite.
Okay, I believe Mr. Narayan Tirupati as well wants to come in. Okay, I believe Mr. Narayan Tirupati wants to come in as well. The consensus here among the two panelists, Mr. Tirupati, seems to be that this is an unnecessary utterance just to stay relevant by Mr. Annamalai.
No, I listened to both of them, and particularly Mr. Narayan Lakshman. I am sorry that my two learned friends doesn't know what is Hindutva. See, that is the problem. These people are talking about the Dravidianism and all those things, but they fail to understand what is Hindutva. There is nothing called Hindutva, or you can say everything is Hindutva. Hindu religion, Hinduism, Hindutva, all are same. Hindutva is nothing but being a Hindu, Hinduness, very simple. Jayalalitha was a Hindu, she accepted. What is the problem in it? And she had accepted all the rituals. She was glorifying all the rituals in Hindu. We never said that she hated or she did not like Islam or Christianity. What is this? Seriously, I'm telling you, something has happened to Mr. Narayan Lakshman, because he was telling, all this, he is uttering so many ridiculous things. Mr. Narayan Lakshman is speaking ridiculously, because these people doesn't know what is Hinduism, Hindu or Hindutva. It is really surprising. It is laughable. Mr. Narayan Lakshman wants to let him be a supporter of DMK. I'm not worried. It is his will and wish, and it is maybe his ideology also. But that doesn't mean that he will find a lot of definitions for Hindutva and say that Jayalalitha was not like that. See, glorifying a leader in the past is nothing wrong. Whoever it is, even all the parties in Tamil Nadu talks a lot about Mr. Kamarajar and Mr. Annadurai founded DMK. Why these people are saying that Annadurai was their leader? Mr. Annadurai was not there.
But why rake up Jayalalitha's name right now? Is it just to stay relevant? Why visit the memorial before the elections? These are some of the questions that's being asked, Mr. Tirupati.
No. What is your problem?
Because you don't have Jayalalitha to really come and answer. So why make this statement when you're not in alliance with this party? When this person has not been with the BJP? So why bring this up is the question that's being asked.
Don't we? Deepak, Deepak. We have freedom of speech? Should we not talk about Mahatma Gandhi? Should we not talk about Nehru? Should we not talk about MTR? Why should we not talk about? Say, we can talk anything, sir. What is your problem? If we have anything, if you find anything wrong, you tell this is wrong. We have said what Jayalalitha had said. Ms. Jayalalitha said that if Ram Temple is not built in India, will it be built in Pakistan? She only asked. The birthplace of Ram is Ayodhya. She only said. and she was supporting our appeal on Ram Setu. So many things. She had asked the people to get 20 lakh signature to build a Ram temple. Yes or no? What is there? She being having a Hinduness in her, she had told all these things. So then there is nothing wrong. What
Okay,
is
let
Hindutva? The Supreme Court has
me
said.
ask this very plain and straight.
Sir,
I asked this, of course, to
Let
Mr.
me-
Mr. Narayan Lakshman, but I'll ask you this quite straight. Is this an attempt to show Mr. Tirupati that what Jayalalitha believed in and what the BJP believes in are two similar things? Are you trying to really draw some of the voters, some of the people from the support base of Jayalalitha from the AIADMK towards the BJP through a statement like this? Do you feel that's an attempt?
No, I don't get you because you are overlapping me. You never allowed to finish what I said, and you are asking something. And already my audio, video, everything is bad. You repeat it again.
Okay. We are able to, fortunately, Mr. Tirupati, we are able to hear you now very clearly. Earlier there was an issue, but everyone is able to hear you very clearly. Your point is coming across straight to the people. The question that I'm asking you quite straight is that, are you trying to put across a message that what Jayalalitha believed in, her beliefs and that of the BJP are pretty similar? Is this an attempt to woo some of the supporters of Jayalalitha and the
No,
AIADMK
why should
towards
we,
the BJP?
sir? We are only asking. He was giving an interview in which so many questions are being asked, and he was answering them. There is a lot of difference between, as if Mr. Annamalai doesn't have any time to talk about these people. There was a question for which he answered. It's very, very simple. And that answer was a fact. You can't deny the fact that Ms. Jayalalitha was in favor of building a Ram temple. If Jayalalitha had been alive, she would have been the first person to visit the Ram temple. And Kovai Sathyan knows that. And I am really, it is laughable. And it is really, it is an insult for Jayalalitha that people like Narayan Lakshman and Kovai Sathyan are saying that she was not a Hindutva. If she is not Hindutva, she is not a Hindu. What is this? Why you people are trying to confuse people? What the constitution says, one who is not a Muslim, one who is not a Christian is a Hindu. Jayalalitha was not a Muslim, she was not a Christian, she was an Hindu. What is your problem? What is your problem? I don't understand this. And when somebody talks, you say that when
Okay,
Annamalai
Mr. Sathyan, what is the problem in calling Jayalalitha a Hindu and that she practiced Hinduism? The BJP is saying, why is the AIADMK trying to shy away from the fact that she was a Hindu? Okay, Mr. Narayan Tirupati, let's ask Mr. Sathyan that question that you posed.
Deepak, the truth what has come
Mr.
out
Kovai
of this
Sathyan.
debate is none of the BJP members, they themselves know what their ideology is all about. Annamalai gives a different meaning for Hindutva. Now my friend Narayan Tirupati gives a different meaning for Hindutva to suit their narrative. Let me ask Mr. Narayan Tirupati. Mr. Narayan Tirupati, Hindutva is originally the state or quality of being Hinduness. And apart from it, an ideology advocating or movement seeking to establish the hegemony of Hindus and Hinduism within India, which is Hindu nationalism. This is what you preach. This is what your parent RSS preach. Do you want to deny that our Hindutva ideology doesn't want Hindu nationalism? Why do you want to lie conveniently coming to the media? As I said, Mr. Annamalai is a political novice. We never said we have a problem in admitting that our leader is a believer of gods and she is Hindu. She herself has admitted and stated that. Yeah, she had stood for what is right. Ram Setu, she wants to declare it as a heritage of cultural importance. Did you do that? No. For Article 370, from Anna period, we had taken our stand. Our leaders have taken a stand. We have not taken a stand based on the change of scenarios and change of events. Our stand from the party since it was started in 1970 till now, it's the same on national issues. And don't confuse national issues with your ideology. And don't try to paint our leader to your ideology. Your ideology is different. Our ideology is different. Our ideology, one of our strongest ideas is all are one, God is one. My Amma, my leader, wears a cap given by my Muslim brother when he goes for iftar party. Does your Narendra Modi do that? We have seen the videos where he is visiting not to wear the skull cap given by the Muslim Brotherhood. My Amma goes to church. She has gone there. She has never differentiated between religion and people because that's our ideology. Hindutva is your ideology. Don't confuse people with Hinduism and Hindutva. Your ideology is Hindu nationalism. When did our leader
Okay, very
Ammar,
quickly,
India
I'll have to
leaders,
come to a close of the debate, Mr. Satyan, but I don't want to let you go
Deepak, it's
before
a
I
bit
ask you the
unfair that
question I
you don't
asked
let
the
me
other two as
respond
well.
after
Is this
Narayan
an attempt by the BJP to try and eat into the voteways of the AIADMK?
No. See, Deepak, there is
Mr.
no
Sathyan.
need for
Deepak, you need to let me respond. He addressed me multiple times.
Deepak, there is no need for us to eat into their.
Hold on, Mr. Satyan.
Politics.
No, yeah. Point is like now they know
Mr.
where
Satyan,
to
very
this
quickly, I have just about
Just
30
by
seconds to a
painting
minute.
picture of our leaders' achievements and our leaders' way of life as BJP's way of politics is what demeaning the achievements and the stature of our leaders. Your ideology, don't paint your ideology picture into our leader. Our leader, Ammar, class apart. Purachi Thalaivar and Ammar, class apart. You can't even compare them with your ideology. Go promote your ideology to the people.
Okay,
and
no
gather
comparison
votes.
between Jaya and the
Don't
BJP
try
is what
to
Mr.
stick
Satyan
your
says.
ideology
Okay,
into
Mr. Lakshman
AIADMK.
wants to comment. I have only about 20 seconds, Mr. Lakshman. Very quickly, please.
Look, Mr. Narayan Tirupati, I'm not going to lower myself to his personal attacks because that's a classic sign of when you're losing an argument. You attack the person saying it. So I'm not responding to that. The basic point has been made by Kovai Sathyan, which is that you're differentiating between political Hinduism, which is what is Hindutva. It is designed to mobilize and it is a form of nationalism. Hinduism is a personal religion. Yes, you can call it a way of life, but it always sees the religion through a personal lens. They are conveniently conflating the two because they are standing on the very brink of taking a very bad hit politically on June 4th. I'm going to leave it at that, but I'm not going to respond to any of the other completely illogical and irrational things that Narayan Tirupati
Okay,
just
Mr.
uttered.
Tirupati, just 20 seconds.
Yeah,
Mr. Narayan
see,
Tirupati,
Deepak,
about 20 to 30 seconds,
all
please.
these things- No,
Summarize very quickly.
Deepak, this is Narayan Lakshman's wish that the BJP should not do well. That is not my problem. Again, I am telling you, he may have his own ideology. But what Mr. Satyan said about Hindutva is there in Oxford dictionary, not in RSS dictionary. Hindutva means the entire people of India are Hindus. That is what we are saying, this way of life. That is what the RSS ideology is. So we say that Jayalalitha is a national, cultural image. That is what she was taking and that is what she was doing. She would have been the first to visit the Ayodhya temple.
Okay.
That's what we have been saying. So this cultural nationalism, that is what we are saying. Mr. Narayan Lakshman's wishes, we will see what will happen on June 4th.
Okay. Okay, whether this is a statement just to stay politically relevant or is there a political ploy at play here, all these answers probably we'll have on the 4th of June. Our panelists, of course, have had their own predictions to make. Let's wait and watch. Thanking all of you all. Slipping into a quick break. On the other side, Prajwal Revanna, who's been on the run, releases a video, says he'll come back. But he says much more, and we'll debate and open the up for our viewers after this quick break. Stay with us.